Yes, I was continuing with Rara. Rara is a beautiful lake, this clean water lake, and this the lake that everybody would love to see. Where you call heaven. It's on earth, and it's in Nepal. So make a tour out there within a week. Again, week's package from Kathmandu. If you're from Kathmandu Valley and around, then within a week's package you can reach and you can enjoy the scenic beauty of Rara. That's part of Nepal. That is in Nepal, in Mugu district in Karnali. So let's enjoy the scenic beauty, looking at some very fascinating objects. The picturesque scenario that I will just want to share over here, like this, all right? Because I think this is another panoramic beauty that we can enjoy, we can see, and this panoramic beauty, when I zoom in with a little bit in depth, every picture gives glee and happiness to our life. So why not look into this so beautiful serene place? Look at this picture. Awesome. Wow, it's just a heaven. It's nothing more than heaven in earth. So best time to visit Rara anytime one can visit, any time of the year. Mostly it's in October, November, August. That's our season in Nepal, when the sky would be clear, when the landscape would be clear, and when the road would be clear. Even if you want to go aerial, the wind would be less. So the time to go to Rara Lake is August to December. After that, it's going to be warmer, and then the sky is going to be overcast. And when it's going to be overcast, it's going to be raining, and the roads are going to be muddy. If the roads, you may also find the middle of the hills full of landslides, and the roads blocked. So it's better that you go the time when we not usually perceive rain. That's August to November, December. Okay, looking at this beautiful scenario, I feel like jump into this lake right now, right now. Anyways, I can't do that, but I still need to continue with our reading portion. Well, today we are gonna continue the same lesson that we were doing yesterday. Unit 14, grammar section today. Engage yourself with the first one. Go through the following text and find out how past simple and past continuous tenses are used. James had four sons. They were lazy but robust and healthy. They did not used to do anything. They used to wander around the village. One day in the spring, while James was sitting under the shadow of a guava tree, he decided to make his lazy sons, active. He called them to sit around him and said, "My sons, I buried a great treasure in the vineyard. Go and look for it." As soon as he said, they took a spade and started digging. They couldn't find any treasure there. "Where did you bury the treasure?" "We almost dug the yard but couldn't find it," they asked desperately. "Wasn't there any sign of treasure? Did you dig all the corner of the vineyard?" He asked. So this is part of the plan of father, that his sons should be active. They're all lazy and they should be active. But moreover, you can see more than the story that's given. We have to remember almost all the stories are written in simple past tense. So here too we have got the words that are used in past tense. Had, were, didn't, used to, wonder, decided, said, called, took, started, did, asked, wasn't, did, dog, couldn't find, etc. are all in past tense. Number B, time for grammar. Read the following story and supply the correct form of the verb in the bracket. So we have a kind of story over here, and we just have to supply the verbs in past tense, so that the story becomes perfect narration. Now you have got yesterday, so it is past tense. Because drove his car, past form of drive is drove. When he saw a calf sitting in the middle of the street, the calf watched the car. He stopped his car and got out of it. And as he got out of it, the calf ran away. He got back to his car. When he got into the car, the calf appeared and sat down on the road. He started the engine, but the calf did not move. He jumped out of the car and shouted at the calf. The calf chased him instead of moving away from him. Because found green maize and threw it at the calf. The calf was happy and started to munch it. While the calf was eating the maize, he drove his car away. So when we have the word while, we need to use the continuous form of the main verb that's given. So was eating. Well, with that small note, I would like to welcome each and everyone out there, whoever are watching, whoever are going to watch. Welcome back to more Golden Mountain and Golden Meadow. Enjoy today's session as well, especially grammar portion. So we have good evening, Samir Gob. Samir Gob, hi everyone. After a long time I see you, Samir. Well, going back to the text again. We do have the second question. Complete the sentences with the past simple or past continuous form of the verbs in the brackets. Example, did you see the film Pasupati Prasad last year? The clue that you're given is you see. So, the sentence is made with did you see. Now, remember to use the similar type of thing if there is something to fill up. Now, first person says, what was terrible noise last night? Was last night. Sorry, it was my brother. He was practicing for a singing competition. So we have number B. First person speaking. How was the game? B says terrible. We lost by 6-0. Oh my goodness. OMG 6-0. Too much terrible. Go to number C. Do you like my cell phone? My friend gave it to me for my birthday. Number D. My son slept when I left. My son slept when I left work this evening. So it doesn't match. So it has to be was sleeping. Okay. My son was sleeping when I left for work this morning. That is best. That is the best. Number E, we have for the conversation again. Short conversation. First person says, what happened to you? Did you hurt yourself? Second person says, yes, when I played football. We do have follow-up activities. Write a paragraph describing what you did yesterday and share it with your friends. So you just need to recall what you did yesterday only, the day before today. So it's quite easier for you to remember and recall, retrospect, visualize yesterday's all activities and share it with your friends. Remember to use simple past tense or past continuous tense whenever you narrate your yesterday's information. Now, listening portion I'm going to skip as usual, as you know very well. I do not have text as well as text time to play text. Even I will only hear the text, you not hear, so it's difficult for me to play it with you for you. Now going to speaking person, we have engaged yourself with the first activity. Look at the pictures below and say what was happening when Mr. Thapa arrived home. Now Mr. Thapa is arriving home and the lady of children, or maybe one of the ladies, is reading a book and the children are simply playing carem and the dog is biting or chewing or munching or chewing a bone. Now let's put it this way. When Mr. Thapa was arriving home, Mrs. Thapa was reading a book, his children were playing the carom board, and his dog was munching or chewing a bone. That would be the end of the description for us. Number B, we have time for speaking. When you returned home from school yesterday we are all at home, so probably if you had gone outside and then returned home yesterday, you saw every member of family busy doing different activities. Complete the table with the activities that describe the table as the example. For example, mother cooking food in the kitchen, grandfather usually what he does, he keeps on reading books if he's able to read. If not, stay in the terrace or balcony basking the sun. Grandmother usually weaves some old stuff or just cleans or keeps on looking here and there and play with the children and all that. Father was just returning from office and was tired. Sister was playing with the brother and they were just chasing and running and hiding. Brother was also dumber who's chasing sister and all that. Other members of the house is also, you can simply add them. Example, Busan, when I reached home, my mother was cooking food in the kitchen. That's an example. So complete the sentences from the word when till the full stop at the end. Number 2, suppose you are student A, student B, student C, etc. Add a relevant point after your friend and find how the story ends. Example, first student says, while I was coming to school this morning, I saw a snake slithering on the road. Slithering on the road. Number B, student B, as soon as I saw it, I screamed. Number C, my uncle who was behind me asked why I was screaming. And you can add more sentences like that. Student D, what the student would say, and student E, what student would say, and F, G, A. That's so many sentences you can continue. Count number of students at least use half of the number of students in your classroom. If you have got 30 students, make at least 15 students and make sentences for each. What happened, use past tense. So finally we have got C, follow-up activities. Write a memoir. Memoir is some kind of memory, the written document that you explain what you had done in the past, or some kind of thing that you've seen and observed in the past. That becomes a memory. That's going to be a total memory. It's a written form of memory, is called memoir. About your recent travel to an interesting place. Wow, I was just talking about Rara. When we visit, we would say in the past I visited there, and Rara, this and this and that. The accessibility, the road accessibility, the wind, temperature, the climate, the birds, flora and fauna, the hotels, the cultures of the people, the ethnic groups of people, everything we'd be seeing. We'd also describe each and everything about the landscapes, and also flight, if you are in a flight, and then you can see each and every scenario from north to the south, and you can explain each and everything clearly in the past tense in the memoir. You may begin like this. For example, my visit to Darchula last year was unforgettable. So I'll be talking about Darchula as well. I want to talk about obviously Kalapani in Darchula as well. And I went there with my friends. Now, for what purpose my visit to Darchula was made? So further more information, you please write yourself. Now coming to writing section. Before I get into writing section, let me talk to the one who are always with me while reading the text. So we have Utsab Shrestha from America says good morning, where we have Samir Gop from Nepal saying good evening, and Sulabh Supratik with dot. Dot is a great answer. Oh, Manav Koirala as well. Hi, Manav Koirala. You're also from Nepal. Good evening. Good evening, Manav. Okay, so I hope more students supposed to be joining today, but they are not joining right now. Probably they have got some special work to do. Okay, it's quite early, 8:38. Possible I need to finish this grade 10 book very quickly before your pre-send up examination or examination begins. So I need to do something. At least I supposed to do a lesson in a day, a unit in a day, which I'm not able to do it within an hour as well. Okay, let's continue with the writing section. Engage yourself. Read the biography of Ernest Hemingway. So biography of Ernest Hemingway. For that, if you type biography of Ernest Hemingway itself, you get a lot. Biography of Ernest Hemingway. Just go to the browser, open any Google browser, then simply paste biography of Ernest Hemingway. Then you'll find Ernest Hemingway. There are lots of pictures about him. Ernest Hemingway was born in a stubborn suburb of Chicago. He was educated in the public schools and began to write in high school, where he was active and outstanding. The parts of his boyhood that matter most to him were summers spent with his family on Walloon Lake near Petoskey, Michigan. So more about his works, they're all given here. Notable works: A Farewell to Arms, The Sun, Awards and Honors, Nobel Prize 1954, Pulitzer Prizes as well. He was born in 1899, Oak Park, Illinois. Died on July 2nd, 1961, at the age of 61 as well. Okay, at Ketchum, Idaho. More about that in the biography. Just click, you get all the information about all his facts, all information that he has lived his entire life. So everything is in detail mentioned here. So it is quite 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 okay. It's not gonna be romantic anyway. You'd be, impressed, motivated by his works. So going back to live session, and we are going to talk about Ernest Hemingway here itself, about a paragraph. So it's a biography of Ernest Hemingway. We have Ernest Hemingway was one of the great American writers. See, one of the out of many one. So we have got writers, one of the writers, one of the great American writers. So whenever you have got a phrase one of the, always there will be plural. But remember, there is always a singular person. That okay. American writers of the 20th century. He was born on 21st July 1899 on Oak Park, Illinois. The second of six children. He had six siblings. His family was strict and very religious. His father taught his children a love of nature and outdoor life. Ernest caught his first fish at the age of 3 and was given a shotgun for his 12th birthday. His mother taught him a love of music and art. At school, he was good at English and wrote for the school newspaper. He graduated in 1917, but he didn't go to college. He went to Kansas City and worked as a journalist for a star newspaper. He learned a lot, but left after only 6 months to go to war. So he had to go to war as well. Means 1917. This First World War began from 15. Alright, so in between 15 to 17, so he had to go. He had to go for war. Source the Headway. So it's a Headway book. Source the Headway Intermediate Schools book. So usually it's in 10 plus 2. We have got this book, the entire book called Headway. Alright, let's go to the writing time again. Write a biography of Swar Samrat. Sounds like Swar Samrat. That's Swar Samrat Narayan Gopal Guruvacharya. For these two, if you need to find out more, you have got all details over here. Or still you want to search more, you can simply go to Google and paste it. You get entire information about him. And here in this book, since you do not have pictures, so I'll take you to the page where you will get, okay, you will get the pictures as well of Sur Samrat Narayan Gopal Guruvacharya. So we have Narayan Gopal Guruvacharya and lots of songs sung by Narayan Gopal Guruvacharya. So more details we can see. Let's go for the images. Lots of images about Narayan Gopal and Narayan Gopal. Who doesn't know Narayan Gopal? Everybody says Narayan Gopal died till now. By his time, everybody's grandfather, I guess. So, but still, Narayan Gopal die was the words that are used for him. The date of birth on October 4, 1939. Parents Asa Gopal Guruvacharya and Ram Devi Guruvacharya. Spouse Pemala Lama. And then we have a popular song, Euta Manchiko Maya Likhati. Euta Mancheko Maya Likhati. I'll not be able to match the sound and the beautiful lyrics as well as beautiful rhythm that he had. So yo samjhine man cha type of sound like as kehi meetho baat gara. Over 500 songs for films, opera, dramas and others. Awards: Best Singer Radio Nepal 1967, Gorkha Dakshin Bahu Fort 1976, Indo Rajya Lakshmi Award 1983, Chinalata Award 1987, Tri Shakti Patra 1990 and many more awards that he has won. Demise: he died on 5th December 1990, making all the Nepalese people cry. His early death so saddened. R.I.P. Rest in peace. See, we have follow-up activities as well. Who is your role model? Who do you look up to? Who is your motivation? Who is your inspiration? Hi, it's me, Hari Krishna Hamo. Collect information about him or her. Where will you find out? Until and unless you ask me about my detail. Write a biography based on the information that you collected. Usually what happens? biography is written of the person who is already demised. Then we get DOB and DOD as well, but I'm still alive, so you can't make my biography. You can make some kind of hagiography, extolling somebody. Extolling means praising somebody. Okay, I'll be glad. We have a project work. Watch any English movie on or video. Everybody is doing that. Prepare an attractive and colorful poster about the movie or video representing the major events and paste the poster on the class magazine. OMG, it's about movie review. Thank God for you that there is no not written any explanation or review to be made of it. Just make a poster, paste and color and picture, and do a lot that it is possible to do for you. Finally, we have you know a what a fun corner. So in fun corner section, what we have is answer the riddles. We have a riddle. Wow, riddle. I will not be able to answer this question anyways. So you try. First one we have, if you look at the mirror on my face, if you look at mirror on my face, you won't find 13 any place. What is that? You won't find 13 any place. Who am I? You will not find 13 in my place. Am I teen? No. Please answer me if you know what the riddle is about in chat box. Who has given the answer? And let me read out. Hello, sir, Ranger Solti. And okay, Manav Goiralas saying hello, sir. How are you? I'm good. I'm fine. Okay, so